so let's get you warmed up before that game of golf. 6 exercises, a minute or so on each one. They'll warm up all the major muscle groups, particularly all those muscles that are important in the rotation of a swing. Joints as well, we'll activate and mobilise before you go out. 6 exercises, 6 minutes, it's a no-brainer. So the first exercise, we're going to start on all fours. So wrists are underneath shoulders, knees are underneath hips, head is in line with the spine. From here, just mildly engage the abdominals, and let's lengthen one leg out. So one leg's extended, the toe stays in contact with the floor, and the opposite arm, keeping the eye gaze in the hand, we're going to thread it under the body, just to where you can, and then we're going to bring it back under the body and open out the arm, open out the chest as we bring that arm up as high as we can. So inhale under, nice bit of rotation in the centre through the spine, exhale open out, reaching as wide as you can. So we're going to work on 6 to 8 of these each side, okay? And each time you're trying to get a little bit further with the rotation in the open. So you can see you're working through a lot of those rotational muscles. Next movement is the cat-cow stretch. Okay, so same starting position, but this time we're going to tuck our tailbone under, tuck our chin to the chest, and lift the upper and middle back as high as you can towards the ceiling. Engage in those abdominals. From here, tailbone comes out behind, eye gaze comes up in front of you, nice arch in the lower back, and the belly comes towards the floor into our cow pose. And now a nice stretch to the front of the body. Inhale as you tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, lift the thoracic spine up as high as you can, stretching through the spine, articulating all the spine, and then into our cow. So again, 6 or 8 cat-cow stretches, warming up the back and the front of the body. Okay, a lot of the joints in there too. Then we're going to come onto our side. So we're going to come into a sideline position, okay, where your knees are bent, ankles are stacked, knees are stacked, hips are stacked, and shoulders are stacked. If you'd like to put a low pillow under your head for this, if it's more comfortable, keeps your head in line with your spine. I'm going to start with the 2 hands stacked too, and this is what we call this closed book position. And from here, keeping the eye gaze in the top hand, we're going to inhale as we open that top hand up towards the ceiling and bring it all the way around behind us. For a lovely stretch to the spine, the abdominals and the chest, and then coming back to close the book. So inhale as you open. Nice big breath in, lovely stretch. Exhale as you close. And again, 6 or 8 on each side. Don't forget you're going to have to go over to the other side too. Next exercise, same starting position. This time we're going to take the top hand and place it on the floor in front of the lower hand. Keep the fingertips in contact to the floor and start a nice big circle up overhead. When your arm comes up overhead, rotate so the palm now faces the ceiling. Keep the fingertips in contact with the floor. If you need to lift the knees a little bit, that's fine, but keep the contact all the way around. Now you have a gorgeous stretch to your spine, your chest, your abdominals, circling up over the hips and back to the hand again. So again, we're circling with contact all the way. And back. So again, 6 or 8 this side, and then we're going to roll over to your other side. Okay, last 2 exercises. If you have a Pilates band, I'll show you what I mean. It's a light stretchy band, or you can use your golf club actually for this. Just a long golf club like your driver, and your hands at 2 ends of the shaft. At both ends of the shaft, should I say. So, if you're working with a nice Pilates band, which is a light resistance band, feet are hip distance apart, we're going to hinge at the hips. So see the way when I hinge, my spine is long, tailbone up to the top of my head. Hands are a little wider than hip distance. And from here, I'm just going to bring, I'll show you this in the front, I'm going to bring keeping the eye gaze down to the floor, I'm going to bring the 2 arms up to one side and bend the opposite knee, slight bend, and swing. So each time I'm trying to get that little bit further with the arms up, so I'm really working the rotation here through my obliques and through my core in the centre. Band a little wider than shoulder distance apart, the hands, or you can use your club of course. And we're going to bring the band or the club up overhead with lengthened arms. Okay, now be careful when you bring anything up overhead that you don't arch your lower back. So tuck your tailbone, engage your abdominals,
And work on, or the other thing to think about, if you keep your rib knitted down towards your hip, in other words, don't lift the rib cage, keep it knitted down, you'll keep that lower back safe. Okay, so with the rib knitted down to the hip, the glutes are engaged, tailbone is tucked. I'm just going to side bend to one side, take a nice stretch through the side of the body and to the other. So you can feel you're working your oblique muscles here, again, very important muscles in golf. So again, you work on 4 each side of your side bend.
So 6 exercises, some of them have to be done on both sides, so you get the whole workout done. If you spend a minute on each, you get the whole workout done in less than 10 minutes.